Okay, it is June 28th. What am I up to? Where am I going? That's a good damn question. We are out in the backside of the Bradshaw Mountains taking a ride that I've been planning on for a while. I believe it said rough next 20 miles, which is about right. I've been told about a car that was left out here, derelict, and I've also been told that it ain't a big deal to take the ride down the hill. Let me change something real quick here. To Lake Pleasant out of Crown King. So, for the fun of it, I'm gonna let y'all ride with me. Now, it's too funny because after last winter, I had a Ford EcoBoost two-wheel drive down here in this creek bottom a little ways with flats. We came in, I think we drove the off-road truck in, I can't remember. We came in, we brought tires, I changed them out, and I drove it out. So, knowing that that was a two-wheel drive truck, get the dangly out of the way. Knowing that this got a speaker of some sort from something that I haven't literally yanked out of here yet. Oops. Might have now, didn't know it unplugged. Come here, you. On the dash, beautiful. Anyway, so knowing that this young gentleman had come up the back way out of Pleasant with basically his two-wheel drive truck, I don't see why I shouldn't be able to make this ride back in mine that actually has tires more suited to it and probably a better driver. Maybe not. Young'un did pretty darn good. But, so you can come out of Crown King and take the Oroville Mine Road. I think it's Forestry 52. It's weird. 52 goes about 3 ways out of there. Excuse coughing. Anyway, that is the brutal side to Crown King. And it's kind of funny because we did a recovery out here about 5-6 years ago. I believe it was the Mendoza recovery. A couple had ended up losing it over the side of the mountain, and it didn't work out well for them anyway. Sad situation, not sure the whole story. Just have finally gotten it nailed down to who it was that owned the vehicle. I thought it was a different someone, but neither here nor there. It's always sad when somebody ends up getting hurt or dead, and in the end, 2 people perished in that particular. And funny enough, not funny, but the carcass of that car is still sitting in YCSO's investigation yard. Might leave one day, but anyway. So, where the funnier part come in about the Mendoza recovery, we tried to come in from Wagner Road. I've driven through Wagner Road, and there's a couple pretty bad spots. I don't know if the one shelf is on the Oroville Road or if it's on the other, but we couldn't get in that way. They originally tried coming in from Crown King and thought, no, that ain't the way to do it, because the creek bottom over there where it happened is kind of bad, but not really. And boss man, he tried coming in from Lake Pleasant, but apparently he didn't know about this way, which is kind of odd, especially for a man that I think has been in the area like his whole life. So they couldn't get up from Lake Pleasant, and in the end we basically just came in from Crown King. It came right down the Oroville Mine Road, which I think, like I said, is Forestry 52. So, the whole point of me being out here, and I actually may turn this into a secondary thank you. I don't know if I did that or not yet. No, I don't believe I did. I said I was going to do it when it was cooler. A little thank you to all my peeps out there, good and bad. Ones that like it, don't like it. We might get into that. But the whole point we're out here is, aside from me trying to just basically be lazy on a day off, this is where we picked up the little Ford. No, I don't think it is. I think it was a little further back in here. Might have been here. Anyway, so I, aside from just realizing and had seen it way back in Michigan when I was a kid, when the Forestry Department, DNR, Natural Resources gets tired of people littering, misusing, any of the aboves, and then some, they just start closing it off. And in Michigan, they used to just come in with the loader, take a scoop, dump it back up, dig another scoop out, dump it. So you had this gully hump, camelback kind of messed up thing to negotiate, and it made just about impossible to get in and out anymore. They didn't really close it, but they closed it. You know, they didn't fine you if they found you back in there, but they might. And so, keeping with trying to take care of our lands, because like right now we're riding through a burn area. I'm not sure if this was lightning. I don't know if this one was man-made. Another squirrel. We should start doing a squirrel count in my videos, especially the ones that Dory edits out for me. We gotta take care of the land. We gotta keep the land clean. We can't just be leaving our broke down vehicles, our trash, even your spare tires, you know, or your junk tires. Don't leave them. You know, if you peel one apart and the tread comes off it, you usually know it. Pick it up. Don't leave it out here. If you pack it in, pack it out. Plus, always try to pick up a little garbage when you're in the woods, because at some point it might be one of the things that keeps the woods open. Hold on a minute, I'm going to pause for a drink. Kind of a pretty cool view out here through this. It's funny, a gentleman up at the store did this little map right here for the quad guys and all that, but right down here where it says bad road and there's that X, there is supposed to be an abandoned or derelict, just plain old junk car that shouldn't ought to be there. Where are we at? We're at 7 minutes, and that's what I'm actually hunting today. You know, I can do a lot with picking garbage and bringing stuff out and making sure when folks break down, they get out. You know, perfect example. Now, realize I'm in a two-wheel drive Tahoe, and yeah, you can get down. I would not really recommend for folks to be doing what I'm doing. I'm carrying 2 spare tires. I got a dog, I got a leash, I got some tools, I got my high lift jack chains, a little come along axe, shovel. As long as I don't do anything too tarded, I should come out of this just fine. And I am committing the biggest no-no of wheeling and backwoodsing. I'm out here by myself, but this is where my kid was at. This is where the young man with the EcoBoost was. He parked right in here. And I don't know about the rest of the road, but there was snow on this stuff when he come up here, and he did pretty good. So hang with me while I make this hill here a little bit. I really wish I had low range, because it helps for kind of cruising and pausing, but you know, it's kind of funny when folks come out here way back in the day, and all they had is Model A's and Model T's and two-wheel drive vehicles. They traveled around these old deserts pretty darn good, prospecting and homesteading and doing their thing, and they had nothing but an old two-wheel drive car too. A lot of times they didn't even have a winch or anything. They just straight up used a piece of rope and a board, twist it up and pull them out. If you don't think it'll work, I'm here to prove you it could be. You can get a little pull out of it. But we don't want to rely on that. I'd rather, if I had my druthers, I'd have doorless. But we don't mind. Like I said, this vehicle is plenty capable. And while my road dog was kind of picking on me about it being on street tires, yeah, they are, but they're also load rated E street tires, and I got the back ones aired down a little bit, especially. Helps the ride, helps the grip, and you know, as long as I don't sit there and try and drive over super pointy rocks and dumb stuff, and use a little bit of common sense in my driving, I should ought to be able to, you know, go a lot of places, and you can too. But you got to know at that point where it's like, okay, quit following GPS and turn around. Wait, quit following the GPS and turn around. I think we'll hold the appreciation video. I keep mentioning it, but just so y'all know, I do appreciate everybody that has watched, followed, liked, comment, even the cantankerous ones. So we'll get back to that. Right now, we're talking wheeling. Yeah, let's see, what kind of time we into it? We're 11 minutes in. So apparently I can come out down by Castle Rock Hot Springs, or if I went the other way, I could come out through what's called Wagner and into Kirkland Junction. I think because the car that I'm looking for is closer to Castle Rock Hot Springs, we'll probably go towards that direction, try and find the car and come back up through Black Canyon, as much as I really don't want to come back up. We might double back, but I doubt it. I make it down through here into Lake Pleasant and find my car. That's a pretty good lick for a day wandering around in the mountains in a two-wheel drive Tahoe. Gotta love these girls though. They're pretty good, especially once you fix some of the dingy stuff that they do have a problem with. I did a heater hose video here a minute ago. Their quick connects are just junk, and I have had some interesting quick connect stuff. That was a rock. I had a transmission line one that wore and broke that wouldn't stay in on this. I had the quick connect for the heater on this, also on my red truck, and then I also had the interesting one on the on Pinky, the big Dodge. The clips that hold the quick connect in had rubbed long enough that they actually rubbed a pinhole in the line. Squirreliest thing I've ever seen. Didn't like it one bit. Makes me want to change all the lines. Just out of pure curiosity, I wonder if I can see it. Nope, it ain't working at the moment. Kind of curious how far I've came, but I ain't too worried about it. Yeah, and another one of those side notes, I would not try this in the winter, and I would not try it if it's raining. The fact that I'm right on the edge of monsoon season and could get caught back in here in the rain could be a problem, but I think it's going to be all right. Need to trade hands. Shoulders starting to hurt a little bit. Let's do the whole thing. Hopefully y'all can hear me from out there. Get you a little better view of the road, maybe. Probably gonna let you guys run until I hit the next stop sign. I don't think the road's gonna get much worse than this. I think this is basically what we got. Back downhill. You know, back dirt, forestry road, nothing too serious. Ain't that goofy? I drive all week. primarily. That's what I do for a living. And what do I do on a day off? I jump in a vehicle and I go driving around. Yesterday was Kingman mission. Kind of interesting. Wish I'd have had some extra money. Saw a super cool white semi for sale. But had to take a title out there. Went hunting some other stuff, so it was a good mission. About 300 miles yesterday. Today's not going to be near that. I bet you get 150, 200 in without trying real hard. I'm already at 150. What am I talking about? That's odd. That don't seem right. More like 50 maybe. Getting a little rain, stuff's coming into bloom. Love these old red bush. Not sure what they are, but it's neat stuff. Should start seeing some sequoias too pretty quick. Man, that old boy wasn't just joking. To go to where I'm going from up top in the it's down on the that takes 2 hours. Dude said this is like a 20-minute ride. Because we're down off the mountains. Next time I hit a good clearing, I'll see if I can do a backman for you guys. See, we're getting down out of this. Sapphire's back there representing, showing a little love for Fab Rats as always. The guys rock. Totally agree with whoever commented today about folks just being cantankerous, as Miss Michelle would say. Why do you watch something, number one, if you're not liking it? And number two, don't grumble. They do it because they love doing it and they're passing on information. And if you're going to watch and be positive. If you got a question, be respectful. I really wanted to kind of go out of my tongue there, but I'm trying to be family friendly. Yeah, if you got questions, if you got something to say on somebody's channel, be respectful. If you don't like it, just quit watching us. I ain't gonna get mad if you don't watch me. Probably not. I'm amazed that I got the followers that I do already, which is kind of funny. I keep hearing about the tow truck Olympics, and I would love to go, but I don't think I can get invited. Maybe they might do something where you got to have a certain amount of subscribers, like they're doing the No Name Nationals. But I'd sure as heck be down to go and check that out. Might come up looking foolish, might not, but you know what? There's worse things than looking foolish and not winning. There's sitting on the couch watching other people live and then whining about it. Interesting how that squirrel come back around to a nut. Anyway, I kind of want to let you go to the next stop sign. We are already in we're not bad, 18 minutes. Next stop sign or 30 minutes. And when I say stop sign, I mean intersection, because you ain't gonna find a whole lot of stop signs out here. Man, I'm tickled and I'm sad all at the same time. I cannot believe I have waited this long to take this ride. It's weird because I've watched some videos of guys coming up, and they must be coming up the Orville. But, heck, my boss had a pretty serious old rig, and he couldn't come up through there for some reason. I don't know why. If there's a spot in there, I think one old boy said the miner kind of shifted the road, and it's up through a creek bed and lots of boulders like that kind of shit. This is just too cool. Sad I didn't bring the boy and the wife for a field trip next time. Let me get a little video, something for y'all to see. Really would love to catch some wildlife. They say the bear activity's up. I have yet to see a bear in Arizona in the wild. I have seen a cougar. That was cool. Oh. A hint. Even though I've already told you pretty much where I'm at. That is 4-foot trail. If I was really a hard son of a gun, Johnny would be walking some of these trails because it would be just epic in a way to set foot where most other folks never set a foot. I mean, I'm halfway there with my job. You know, there's a couple different people out here say it, but it's true. Cool job, best office you could want. Because if I do this right, I might even come out at water yet today. I cannot believe I made this out to be such a munch. I really can. I suppose I should shut up before I ace my elf. But man, what a cool little valley. If a guy just had to come to the woods and find a place to live, a man could do worse. I don't want no hurt feelings over words. Bambi. Watch this. Can y'all see her? I don't think Sapphire sees her yet. A gift of the day. Alright, go on, Bambi dinner. It is your lucky day, because I am not hungry. And this is why I come to the woods. I don't care what you believe. You can't argue with our natural beauty. Actually, we might see some monkey down here. That's like some places. And mines went away from animal power and changed over to mechanical. They just turned all the oh, what we got over here? Homestead camp, line camp. Old fallen down line camp. Yeah. No, even worse than that. That's kind of shit I hate, and I suspect it's on private property and nobody gives a shit, but that needs to be cleaned up. That's just, it's an old ranch. They probably used it as an old line camp. I get it, but doggone it, you know, we're rolling along, we're seeing pretty things, we're seeing some craters here and there flutter by, and then you roll up on something like that. I'm guessing we're on private property in here, but I don't know. I'm thinking I'm in the Prescott or Bradshaw National Forest. Nicer ride I couldn't have asked for, I don't think. It's got... So, and actually, this comes to an interesting point. I'll try and get the camera in here. We're going to take a quick picture, and I think this might be my waypoint. If it is, we're going to stop. We're going to talk real quick. Yeah, I'm thinking this is my... Oh, yeah, cool. This is probably my waypoint. Alright, we're going to stop here for a minute. I'm going to wrap up this one. We'll let Sapphire get down. We're going to shut down the car. How much time we got? Are we still running? We're still on the same one. Alright. So, somebody was grumbling. I don't know if they were watching Matt's or who they were watching. Actually, no, it was a post in Prescott Marketplace, social sightings, whatever, and somebody was asking about a nice ride. They wanted to go in the woods. They wanted to go wheeling. Wheeling is perspective. What I'm doing today, there's a lot of people that would be freaked out. No streetlights. We'll eat what we just saw on the road. It ain't a problem. We're not going to starve. But yellow truck, cool landmark. She'll be there for a minute. Anyway, if we'd have went around the Orville Trail, the Orville Road 52, that's wheeling. That's working. You better have a good rig, winch, equipment. I don't like to come to the woods without 2 spare tires. That's just me. That's too bad at this old girl just sitting out here, but it's cool too, in a way. You know, and it's funny because, well, this is a derelict, and it kind of looks like shit. It's also an interesting landmark here. Where I'm at, I'm not real sure where I'm at. No joke. Somewhere between up there and down there where I'm going. And so that also explains the old trailer road. This I don't mind seeing. That I don't like. And one of the other things I had somebody ask me about, you know, man, I broke down in the woods and I want to get it out tonight. I think my percentile of people vandalizing stuff, especially new stuff, like if that broke down or was sitting here with a flat tire overnight, nobody's probably going to mess with it. Somebody comes out here and sees something like this and there's bullet holes in it, they're likely to shoot it up and be kind of show their ass too, because, you know, somebody's taking the doors and the hood off it. You know, it just is what it is. But these are the things. Huh. My local tweaker community is slipping. There's got to be like $3 in aluminum cans in there. Anyway. So, cleaning up after ourselves we must. Back to the wheeling thing. I'm out here in a 2-wheel drive Tahoe, Yukon, Chevy derivative. Got a little ground clearance, spare tires, gear. I am not on anything that I can't handle or that I'm even remotely worried about. Talk with your locals. A local give me the map. Could I have figured it out on the forestry map? Yeah, maybe. But the flip side is, he gave me solid information. He told me, you can do this in this amount of time. And he ain't real far off, because this leg has run me 30 minutes since I started filming, which is a little ways into the creek bottom. Can I see a clock? I can't. I'm thinking I'm about an hour out of Crown King. Maybe a little bit more than that, because my Lightning that I was talking about, my EcoBoost truck, was a good solid hour this side of Crown King. But see, we got garbage down in there. You know, try to pick up after yourself, folks. I guess with that, I'm going to cut this one off. If I find my derelict, stolen Toyota, Audi, no, it wasn't an Audi, Infiniti, I don't know. If I find the car I'm looking for, I will bring you along and we'll walk into it and we'll see if we can get some information off it. Otherwise, y'all feel free to comment. I put on my Facebook post, can you guess where I'm at? Have you been here? It's a nice little ride. It's a good way to spend my my morning time. I'm working, but I'm not working. Like I said, if we can find this car, if we can recover it, you know, it's something I'm willing to do for the community. Load. Because if this community didn't exist, if these back roads and these places for people to make poor choices, use overconfidence will kick your ass, guys. I promise you. Number one thing that will get you in trouble out here is being too confident, too cocky. I got this kind of bullshit. Anyway, so I love the people I work for so much. Not only am I representing on my personal vehicle, but in a way we're kind of working too. So anyway, I'm going to turn y'all loose. representing with Hoist, with Huck's Hauling Services and Recoveries, and you know, we're taking a day off, but we're trying to do a little bit of good too. So hopefully you guys have a great day, and I thank you.